Hello everyone, thanks for clicking this video, and in this video we are going to talk about the difference between present simple and present continuous tense, both their structures or formulas and their usage. Well, let's talk about the structure first and let's get started with present simple structure. And please remember that every tenses are divided into two kinds of structures, for verbal sentence and non-verbal sentence. For verbal sentence, it means that the predicate of that sentence is in the form of verb, or in Indonesia, you say it as kata kerja. When the predicate of a sentence in the form of verb, you need to apply this formula: subject plus base verb or verb 1 plus s or es, but in one condition, only when the subject of the verb is he, she, or it. When the subject of the sentence is not he, she, or it, you don't need to put s or es after the verb. Here, for example, I love reading, I as a subject and love as a predicate. And she loves cooking, she as the subject and love as the predicate. Here, we need to put s after the word love because the subject of this sentence is she. And well, for the nonverbal sentence, it means that this sentence doesn't have any verb. So we need to add to be as the predicate of that sentence. Well, nonverbal itself, it could be noun, adjective, or adverb, or others. Here, for example, I am nice. Here, this sentence doesn't have any verb. Nice here is an adjective. So I as the subject, and we need to put am here to be the predicate of that sentence. Now for the formula for present continuous, again, it's divided into two, for verbal sentence and non-verbal sentence. For verbal sentence, here the formula: subject plus to be, the present to be, am, is, or are, plus verb ing. For example, I am reading a book. The subject is I, and then we need to put to be, am, because the to be of I is am. Read as the verb, and we need to put ing after the verb. And for the non-verbal sentence, basically it has the same formula with the verbal sentence. The only difference is that you need to change verb ing into being here. For example, I am being nice. Okay, well, please remember that the formula of present continuous basically just to be plus ing, whether it's verb ing or being. Oh. Now we are talking about the usage of these verbs. When do you need to use present simple and when do you need to use present continuous? Well, the first usage for present simple is to tell a general truth or fact. When it's talk about fact or general truth, you need to use present simple. For example, that is the fact that water boils at 1000 degrees. Well, it's a fact, and this thing will always be true. It's true in the past, it's true right now in the present, and it will be true in the future. The other example maybe the sun rises from east. And well, from the present continuous, it used to tell the action happening at the moment, but will soon finish. For example, the water is boiling now. Here, now is the adverbial time, indicating that the action is happening at the moment. The other adverbial time that usually used in this usage is at present, at the moment, and still. Well, here are, what is it? illustration to make you understand better about the usage of these tenses. Here, for the general truth, here the water boils at that 100 degrees Celsius. In the past, this fact is still relevant, is still true in the past. And for now, for present, this fact is still true. And for future, it will also be true in the future. But here, for the present continuous, the water is boiling now. The water is only boiling at the moment. It's only relevant for present. In the past, before it's boiling, it's not boiling. It's not relevant for the past. And for future, maybe 5 minutes after it's boiling, it won't be boiled anymore. So it's also not relevant for the future. Well, for the next usage, simple present is used to tell about a permanent situation or nearly permanent. At least it's true for a few years. For example, Julie lives in London. Julie permanently lives in London, or at least she lives in London for a few years. But for present continuous, it used for a temporary situation. For example, Julie is living in Paris for a few months. But usually, Julie lives in London. And present continuous also used to talk about the situation that are slowly changing. For example, I am getting better and better at speaking English. It's slowly changing. It's slowly getting better. And here, an illustration to make you understand better about this usage. For the present simple, Julie lives in London. So before, in the past, Julie lives in London. And for now, at the present, she lives in London. And in the future of this, she will also live in London. But for the present continuous, Julie is living in Paris for a few months. Usually, Julie lives in London. Here, right now, for a few months, Julie is living in Paris only for a few months. But before, in the past, Julie is not living in Paris. She lives in London. And after these few months, most likely that Julie will go back, lives in London. Like this. Next, these tenses are used to talk about habits, but for the present simple, it's the habits or things that we do regularly. For example, I drink coffee every morning. I always drink coffee before go to work. Here, every morning and always is the adverbial the time adverbial that usually used to tell about habits. And besides every and always, there's also usually, often, sometimes, seldom, or rarely, however, and never. But for the present continuous, the habits here is temporary or new habits. For example, I'm drinking too much coffee these days because I'm so busy at work. Here, before, I'm not drinking that much of coffee. It's a new habit or it's a temporary habit that I drinking too much coffee. And present continuous also used to tell us about an annoying habit, usually with always. to indicate that this particular habit is annoying. For example, my flatmate is always leaving the kitchen in a mess. So this flatmate has a habit, and this habit is annoying. This habit of the flatmate is annoying. So you use always. The comparison between always in the present simple and in present continuous here, always in present simple indicates or habits or things that we do regularly, but always in present continuous indicate an annoying habit. And well, present simple and present continuous also be used to talk about future events. Here, the present continuous tells future events which are part of a timetable or schedule. For example, my plane leaves at 8 tonight. Well, it's scheduled that the plane leave at 8 tonight. And present simple also used to talk about the future after certain words such as when, until, after, before, and as soon as. For example, I will call you when I get home. So after this certain word when, we use present simple, I get home. And for the present continuous, it tells about the definite future plans, a future event that's already planned. For example, I'm meeting John after class today. Here, I'm meeting John. I already have plans meeting John after the class. And next, the present simple also used to talk about what happens in books, plays, and film. For example, at the end of the book, the detective catches the killer. And present continuous talks about people, or not only people, something in pictures and photos. For example, in this picture, my mother is walking beside the lake. Okay, and next, it's only, what is it? It's only applicable for present simple. When the sentence have a steady verb as the predicate, we use present simple. Well, a steady verb itself is the verb that describes state rather than an action. Well, there are some steady verbs. The first that's related to thoughts or opinion. For example, there are agree, think, believe, know, remember, and it's also related to feelings and emotions such as like, love, hate, and it's related to possession and measurement such as have, belong, own, possess, and others. And it's also related to senses and perceptions such as see, be, smell, taste, hear, and other. Well, when the predicate of a sentence is in the form of steady verb, please remember you need to use present simple, not present continuous. Okay, well, but indeed some steady verb, it can be an action verb too. It depends on the situation. Yeah. For example, think here in the first sentence, I think it's a good idea. It's a steady verb. It's related to opinion, so you need to use present simple. And in the second sentence, wait a moment, I'm thinking. I'm thinking here indicates an action that it's happening right now. So you need to use present continuous. Well, the next word is have. In the first sentence, I have an old car. Have here is a steady verb related to possession. And in the second sentence, I'm having a quick break. Having here is an action that is happening. So you need to use present continuous. Well, next, see on the first sentence. Do you see any problem with that? It's a state, it's an action, sorry, it's a stative verb related to opinion. So you need to use present simple. And in the second sentence, I'm seeing Jane tomorrow. I'm seeing Jane tomorrow here is the action verb. It's a plan. It's the future plan. So you need to use present continuous. Next, it's taste. For the first sentence, the soup tastes delicious. Taste here is a state related to perception. You think in your perception that the soup is delicious. So you need to use present simple. And in the second sentence, the chef is tasting the soup. Here, tasting is an action that is happening right now. Right now, the chef is tasting the soup. It's an activity. So you need to use present continuous. Well, the next one is B. B here is a state. For example, Jane is very nice. We may, we can change B into to B, right? Jane is very nice. It means that Jane's always very nice. It's her permanent quality. But for the second sentence, Jane is being so nice. Here is an action verb. Jane right now is temporarily behaving this way. Jane is not that nice before. So you need to use present continuous in the second sentence. Well, actually, there are many others verb that can be stative and action, but in this video, unfortunately, we'll only discuss until here. So now here's some exercise. The 5-verse question is already done. So in the first sentence, I visit my grandma next week. Well, the right tense you need to use in this sentence is present continuous because next week indicates future and it's a future plan, so you need to use present continuous. And please, there are still 3 other questions that haven't been done, so you may do it, you may answer it. Okay, well, that's all. Thank you.